Hi, I'm Keith Severson, and welcome to It Smells Like Sunday. Today we're going to host a cocktail party, cocktails and hors d'oeuvres. I'm going to show you how to do this about 2 hours before your guests arrive. The first thing I'd like to show you is baked garlic. We'll do some baked garlic that will sit next to a nice crostini and maybe a piece of brie cheese or some soft cheese like that. So the first thing we'll do is start with the garlic cloves. I've got a couple of nice big heads here. And I'm going to take the heads off and just get some of the loose leaves around. And because I've got so many people coming, I'm going to do 2 heads today. And what you want is all of these, boy, they smell good already. You want all of these exposed to the heat. So you can see I've got a couple of tiers in there, and that's all exposed. And we'll do another one. When you're shopping for garlic, obviously you want something fresh. You want it as large as you can when you're going to do this, because each of these little garlic pods or cloves is going to be one of the morsels that somebody can put on their cracker. Isn't that nice? So we've got them in a Pyrex dish. I've got my oven preheated to 350. It's going to take about an hour. And then I'm going to coat these generously with some extra virgin olive oil all around. What you will find after this roasts is that olive oil is just the nectar of the gods, roasted garlic olive oil. So these are ready, into the oven at 350. We'll give them about an hour, and you really don't have to try them or test them. Just watch for when those cloves come up and they're golden brown and soft. You'll take them out with a little cheese knife and it'll spread just like butter. Roasted garlic. At our Smells Like Sunday cocktail party, the next hors d'oeuvre we're going to do is what I'm going to call deconstructed artichoke. It's something that's done at one of my favorite restaurants here in the area, and we live in an area where artichokes are plentiful. These are beautiful artichokes. They're a thistle, and one of the tricks I'll show you is when you trim these things, you want to get a nice flat bottom because they're going to have to stand up when they're done. And then you want to take off these spiny leaves, the top of the spiny leaves. You don't want to get rid of the leaves, but thistles grow in a spiral pattern. So you can trim just like this, right up the spiral. And take all those spines off. I love the way Mother Nature works. And this thistle is exactly why. It's just a beautiful design in spiral. And then I take the whole top right off. So get a very sharp, strong knife, go right through it. All of that stuff can go into your compost bin. And isn't that pretty? That's going to go into a pot. I'll do 2 of these today because we've got so many guests coming. We're going to put some water in, about 3/4 of an inch of water, on the boiler. Get it all the way up to boil. Bring it down, put the lid on it. Let it steam for 45 minutes. You can test this thing after about 45 minutes, and be sure to pay attention. Don't let that water get all boiled out or you'll scorch the bottom of your pan. You can test by simply pulling the leaf off and make sure it comes off freely and easily. So that's the first step we're going to do for our artichoke, our deconstructed artichoke. To continue in our deconstructed artichoke, we're going to get these guys steaming. While we do that, I'm making a vinaigrette, and it's a basic vinaigrette that I've got going here. This one is very smooth and rich, I'd say, because it's so spicy. And to our basic vinaigrette, I've added some tomato paste. I like the sun-dried tomato paste out of the tube best. And from there, I am going to add just a couple of shots of pepper sauce and a few capers. Now I'm going to come back when we assemble all of this. I'm going to put a lot more capers on top of the dressing, and I'll show you how that looks right as the guests arrive. So this will be our tomato vinaigrette to go with our deconstructed artichokes. Hi, and welcome back to It Smells Like Sunday, Cocktails and Hors d'oeuvres today. The next hors d'oeuvre that I wanted to show you is going to be scallops wrapped in bacon on rosemary skewers. We're going to do those on the grill and bring them in, present them to our guests just as they arrive. So what I've got here are some regular slices of bacon. I stacked them up and I cut them lengthwise. Some beautiful fresh scallops. And I will take one of these guys and roll them around. If you use a whole slice of bacon here, it's going to be too much for a single scallop. That won't get done, and nobody's going to be happy. These are some rosemary skewers that I've had on water all day, and I try to cut them so that they've got a nice sharp point. That way it'll go right through the bacon, right through the scallop, and voila. And I'll put two on a skewer. I'll be doing this for a little bit, make a whole plate of these because we've got quite a number of people coming. And then I'm going to put a little seasoning, kind of all seasoning on there, some sort of spicy seasoning on both sides. I'll have the grill nice and hot. Put these on. The rosemary, as I said, has been soaking, so it won't scorch too badly, we hope, on the grill. And that's what that'll look like when it comes back. It'll be beautiful. So stay with me on It Smells Like Sunday. We're going to have a cocktail party. Since we're going to do those scallops on the grill and have the grill fired up, I'm going to do one other skewer, and that's going to be some manchego cheese with mortadella and sage leaves. And so this cheese, if you know it, it's a Spanish cheese. It's really a little bit hard, and so that way it'll stand up to being on the grill. So I've just cut a block about the size that I want, and I'm going to take the rinds off. And then cut them into small bite-sized cubes that will go perfectly on a skewer. I would like to have gotten to my real butcher and gotten a big chunk of mortadella that matches this. Mortadella is basically Italian bologna, but I didn't get a chance to do that. So I'm going to just use a packaged mortadella, and we'll fold it up on a skewer with those sage leaves, and it'll be savory and wonderful, and a wonderful little bite. Our Smells Like Sunday cocktail party. We're making hors d'oeuvres, and now I'm going to make two focaccia breads. This one is just a plain white dough. I'm going to put it in a pan with parchment paper on it, and then I'm going to put some grapes, a couple different colors, rosemary, garlic, salt and pepper, and olive oil. It's a beautiful dish when it comes out, and it's not something you normally think of. This will sit right next to another soft cheese, a French cheese that we've got. And when we come out, they can take a little piece of this focaccia, put a piece of cheese on it. It'd be a wonderful bite to go with their cocktails. Focaccia dough, focaccia bread is just a yeast-raised dough, and you want to poke your fingers in there so that it leaves little nooks and crannies for all the goodies to get in. We'll just sprinkle this all around. You want to do a couple of colors of grapes. If you just did one color grape, it'd look kind of funny. That olive oil and rosemary has been marinating the garlic in there. Just a wonderful smell. I think our guests are going to like this. Into the oven, 350, and we'll do it until it gets done, maybe 45 minutes.